Motion to approve the agenda.
So move.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, let's see, consent agenda discussion. Tonight, there will be no pulls on the consent agenda, so all those items are eligible, folks, if they want to speak to those items during audience to be heard. All other items on the agenda, we will need to wait until they come up on the actual agenda to speak to those items. So all items are coming before the public. All right, let's move on to audience to be heard. Do we have any audience to be heard tonight?
I'm Miss Jacqueline Reed.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you all doing tonight?
Name and address for the record, please.
Jacqueline Reed with Oasis of Hope, 600 Southwest 3rd Street, Pompano Beach, Florida, 33060. I'd like to speak about the items that were on the agenda for me. They were consent items, but I personally want to thank each one of you for this opportunity.
A lot of the streets lately, and there's a lot of trash everywhere. And as soon as I call code enforcement or someone to remove the trash, 2 days later it's back. So we've got to figure out some kind of way to stop the dumping because what we have in place is not working. I don't know whether we need cameras or whatever it'll take, but the dumping is just, it's terrible. I received a call Saturday from the pastor at Bethel AME Church, and I think it was about 300 people there for a funeral, and the trash was just, you know, it wasn't there the day before, but it was there on that day. Everybody was there at the church, and it was terrible. But
I just want to provide a brief background on this item and then introduce the respondent who has a presentation he would like to do before the board. In March of 2018, the CRA entered into a lease with City Vista LLC for 3,300 square feet of ground floor commercial space with the intent of creating an innovative co-working space as part of our vision for the Innovation District. A provision in the lease provided that the landlord do the build-out, and that particular space did receive a certificate of occupancy on November 15th of last year.
So the mission of our team with Digital Grass is to transform, develop, and promote inclusion of economic development to diverse groups. We have about 10 different people that work with us. All of our team members actually run their own companies. So one of the biggest things about this co-work space was not to have it ran by people in a hypothetical standpoint. All of us are actually entrepreneurs and successfully run and operate our own companies. Only one person is actually employed, and that's actually my wife. She's a lawyer, but she works as our in-house counsel.
Good evening, Commissioner. I'm Pam Hightower, 3028 Northwest 2nd Street, Pompano Beach, 33069. First of all, I want to say I enjoyed that presentation. I'm very excited to see a collective hub of networking entrepreneurs. That's very important for the city right now.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. David Miller, District 5. I like the presentation as well. Excuse me. Can I see that performance revenue?
Performer revenue?
Yeah, let me see that one again. So you have seed, sprout, bloom. I'm guessing the last area is going to be thorn. No, sorry, that was
special events, kind
of very bad joke. But anyway, at $300 a month, that's, you know, I actually know about the studio space at the Baca, and that's ballpark the same amount. So I wasn't mad when I saw that. And
Commissioner McGee.
I'm a big fan of co-working spaces, so I think this is a great outreach, and I think you're right. I think in your intro thing, there's definitely some wiggle room comparing it to general provision and WeWork and Flamingo House and the like. So I think it's a good one to get people going, and then everything can else work out. When you asked what we would hope for, one of the things, again, going back to general provision, is stuff like their business networking, their Cocktails for Humanity that they do with the art walks and getting in non-members to see everything, I think would be a great asset for the space and for the city.
and then you approach the business? Is that the way that would work?
Normally, we never approach a business because that's actually one of the things to see if they actually have the eagerness to approach us or they're seeking venture capitalists, because every company doesn't need venture capitalists.
Commissioner McMahon?
Do you operate any of these currently?
Any co-working space?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, sir. I've done research, and I think if our CRA was at a different point and we had the money we once had and we didn't settle with the county for pennies on the dollar, this would be a great program. I don't think we have money to spend $210,000 on staffing for I hope this works. When I see your